Hello, Dental 18 listeners. This is Kiera, and today we are bringing you something so special. I am so excited because this is one of our most popular episodes from the archives. Whether you're hearing this for the first time or catching it again, I am so excited because it's jam-packed with a ton of takeaways that you can start using right now in your practice. We have released thousands, literally thousands of episodes. And I wanted to start bringing a few of these amazing episodes back for you. So I hope you enjoy. And as always, thanks for listening. And I'll catch you next time on the Dental 18 podcast.
And you guys, how's your day today? You guys loving it? Are you crushing it? I hope you are, wherever you are. I am actually sitting in my bedroom. I rarely ever podcast here because usually my husband's home. But tonight I have some friends over there in the front room and I definitely needed to get some podcasts done. Sissy was asking me. I just love having team members that are great at what they do. And I hope you guys take time to acknowledge the team members that make you great. The team members that are just awesome at what they do. You guys, Sissy keeps me so on the ball and I love her for it. Shelby does, Tiffany does, Brittany, Dana, Kylie. They are just an incredible bunch of people. And guys, if you ever get the opportunity to meet any of them, you are one lucky person. So I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're loving it. So podcasting today from the bedroom. I hope the audio is great. I hope you're loving it. Sun's just going down. And today I just wanted to dive into a topic that I think is really awesome, and it's KPIs. So what the heck is a KPI? A KPI is key performance indicator. I'll be completely honest. You guys, you know I'm like authentic Kiera Dent. People, when they call me and they chat with us, like interested in working with us, the number one thing I get told is, Kiera, you sound just like you do on the podcast. And I'm like, this is really great because it is me. I don't shake it up. I don't change it. The only thing I do differently is I talk in a microphone. So my voice sounds a little bit like smoother, if you will, on the podcast than in real life. But beyond that, same cadence, same tones. Like, this is Kiera real life. So you guys know I try really hard to just be authentic, Kiera. So if you were ever come meet me in person, you peel back the Wizard of Oz curtain, I would be the exact same person as I am on the podcast, as I am in real life. So when I first started as an office manager, I did not know what a KPI was. I did not know why they were important. I didn't know that I should be tracking these things. I literally had no idea. So guys, if you're in my boat, hey, welcome. Welcome to the Kiera Dent No KPI boat. If you know what they are, welcome. Welcome to the elite boat. And if you are using them, welcome to the Rockstar Amazing boat. Let's make you even better. So KPIs, I call them, the way I describe a KPI is they are the vitals of your practice. So just like when you go to the doctor and they take your blood pressure, your temperature, they listen to your heart rate, all those things, those are the vitals. They take your weight. I just went to the doctor the other day and it's super cool. Like, right, you sit on the chair and they say they'll take your weight. And it was funny. The gal asked me, she said, do you want to know your weight today? And I was like, wow, thank you. Like, thank you for not making me have a bad day if I don't want to, or thank you for giving me the opportunity. It just made me giggle. But bottom line is the vitals, we go to the doctor and they take those vitals first, because if any of those are out of alignment, that's the first sign that we have trouble. So that's what I think of with KPIs in a practice. These are the core pieces that are going to show you, is your practice healthy or is it not healthy? So yes, it's tracking, and there's lots of different KPIs you can track. That's why it's called a key performance indicator. I am a firm believer that you should be able to change these up. I think there are certain things that you should be tracking consistently. But I also think as human beings, we get stagnant and bored. So give yourself a decent amount of time to track and then shake it up. That way you're growing constantly and we don't get bored with KPIs. So for me, some of my favorite KPIs, this is a question every consultant who comes to Dental 18 to work with us, we ask them, what is your favorite KPI to measure? One, I'm checking to see if they know what a KPI is. Guys, I probably would have flunked the consulting test if I would have come on. We're a more elite company, guys. I have to keep these consultants on their top notch. They can't be lower than us now. So I ask what your favorite KPI is to track and why. Most of the time I get production and collection. Production is a great KPI to track. It's something, and again, be careful on production. Make sure you're tracking it on net, not gross. A lot of people want to tell me that they have these huge successful practices, but guess what, guys? If you can't collect it, don't even tell me that number. I don't care. It does not impress me, because guess what? That high gross number feeds your ego. Your net number feeds your family. So I don't care about it. So report that number in net. Next up is your collection percentage. I want to know how you're collecting. So if you're a $1 million practice and you're only collecting $700,000, That's stressful. That means you're at a 70% collection rate. I am aiming for a 98% collection rate. Now, there are lots of other KPIs, and I will say there are some great softwares out there. Practice by Numbers, Dental Intel, Divergent. Those are my top 3 favorites. I would probably put them in the order of Dental Intel, Divergent, Practice by Numbers. I think all 3 of them are great. I love them all for different reasons. The reason I'm trolling for Dental Intel is because they just merged with Medento, and guess what? They are kicking it. So I love that. I love what they do, and I love Medento as a company. So any company with Medento, that's going to be my favorite company right now. But bottom line is, a lot of these track KPIs. What I found that gets tricky and what a lot of offices do is we often track too many things that we don't actually move the needle on anything. I'm guilty of this. So in our company, I was having Sissy track how many Instagram followers we were getting every single week. At first, I thought it was a great marketing metric. I thought it was great to see how our marketing was doing. Guess what? It was actually just feeding my ego. So guys, if you want to feed my ego, please just go follow us on Instagram. I would love it. Get your friends, get your family, get your siblings, get your kids. I don't care who. You can boost that number just to feed my ego. At the end of the day, do the Instagram followers actually matter? No, they don't. They don't move our company forward. What matters, just like you guys, how many new patients we're getting. So I don't actually care about social media followers. Yes, it's a fun number to track, but what I care is how many new patients are we getting. Then after that, I actually care about if I'm going to the elite boat or to our rockstar boat on how many new patients you're getting. Do you know how much each patient's value is? Do you also know what our average diagnosis is on each patient? And do we know what our acceptance rate is on each patient? If you don't know that and you're already tracking some of these numbers, that might be a fun zone for you to go to be 2.0 or 3.0 of KPI tracking. If you're just starting out, don't go there. Let's just get you tracking new patients and where they're coming from. Bottom line is, these are the vitals. So first steps first, I want you with your KPIs to make sure that you have the vitals of your practice. Production, collection, new patients, case acceptance, reappointment percentages. Those are like your main shebangs that are really going to tell you where you're going. If you want to add in your overhead, I also love that because that's going to pull in the business side of it to make sure that we're actually profitable as a business and we're not just running around trying to serve, but not even being profitable as a practice. We need our practice to be profitable. Otherwise, we can't serve more in our community. Those are my main things I love to focus on. So if you're just starting out, start tracking those. I prefer you track them at a minimum every week. At best, I actually like these ones to be tracked on your morning huddle. It's great. Everybody has it. Have it on a whiteboard. Everybody can see it. That is the vital heartbeat of your practice. I would love you to do it. Just like on my Apple Watch, I'm watching the rings on my Apple Watch. That's honestly the only thing on my watch face, guys, because it would be really fun. But I decided I don't want to get distracted by other things. I need to master these items before I move on. So that's why I love it to be front and center. Get these KPIs front and center. Get a whiteboard, guys. They're real cheap. Put it up. Track these items. Production, we talked about it. Net, not gross. Collections, we want to make sure we're collecting at least 98%, if not higher. And then I want you to know how many new patients you're getting out of goal, what your case acceptance is, a healthy practice. If we're talking dollar for dollar, I like you to be anywhere from 35 to 65%. Now, there's a wide range on that because if you don't diagnose a lot of ortho and you're not diagnosing a lot of implants in larger cases, your dollar for dollar should be way up higher. If you're diagnosing these huge treatment plans constantly, you actually should be hanging out lower because we're presenting so much treatment that I'm okay with a lower case acceptance. If we're going one for one, meaning one thing accepted off of our treatment plan, no matter how large it is, I want you actually to be sitting at least a 90% case acceptance. If you're not, we got to talk. That's right. You and me, we're going to have a date. We're going to chat. We need to get that case acceptance up because what we're doing is we're disserving our patients. We're not helping them find a way to get this treatment done. You as a treatment coordinator, your job is to be a solution creator with the patient. So do your job. Find the solution, get those patients accepted. That way we can help them have healthy mouths and a better life, right? That's what it's all about. Hey, Dentally Team listeners, how was your 2021? Have you reflected back? Where did you really win? Where did you really not win? If 2021 was a year of years, congratulations. I am celebrating with you and I would love to invite you to take it to the next level. If 2021 wasn't quite your year, hey, it's all right. I'm there for you. And I would love to invite you to make 2022 the year for you. That's right, guys. If you're ready to take massive action, if you're ready to take your practice and your team to the next level, increase your profitability. Yeah, guys, through an easy way. Get your entire team aligned and you're ready to just have your life be different. That's right. team development top to bottom, system development top to bottom, changing and shifting your culture, improving your team morale. If that sounds like what you're interested in, guys, I'd love to invite you to join us in our Dental A Team Platinum group. It's the exclusive group where we physically fly to your practice. We give you insider tips. We share with you. We have a quarterly newsletter that goes to that shares all the updates we're coming up with, and we share it with our Platinum group. We'd love to have you, and I would like to invite you because, guys, remember, you're always one decision away from a completely different life. So reach out, guys. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to see if you're a great Platinum client or what works best for you. Email me, hello@thedentalateam.com, and I can't wait to welcome you as our newest Platinum client. Take massive action. This is your year. Let's make sure 2022 is your year. hello@thedentalateam.com. Can't wait to welcome you. So those are my main KPIs that I love to track. Once you get those dialed in and you're consistent on those and then we're going to start diving into even more data. I want to know how well our hygiene department's doing. They should be producing at least 3 times their pay. So if I'm a hygienist making $10 an hour, wouldn't that be a dream, guys? Welcome to 2022. Hygienist, $10 an hour. Yeah, right. You guys are like $100 billion an hour. Like, it's crazy how much hygienists are at right now. But let's say for the sake of this podcast, it's $10 an hour, okay? I should be producing at least $30 per hour as a healthy hygienist. That's on a PPO. If I'm fee for service, I like you producing at least 4 times your pay. So if I'm in a fee for service practice, I'm producing $40 an hour, okay? So that would be another great KPI to track. You can also break it down per department. So we might have our doctors. Great KPI to track on our doctors is what are they producing per hour? Most doctors should be producing at least $500 per hour at a minimum, okay? So if we're working an 8-hour day, that's a $4,000 day per doctor. Again, on net, not gross. So that's a great metric to put in there. What are our doctors producing per hour? What's our doctor case acceptance? What's our doctor diagnosis? Great KPIs for you to start tracking. If we move on to our hygiene department, you can track fluoride. You can track perio. Perio is a great stat to track. We can track how many night guards they're doing. We can track how many ortho starts they're doing. Great KPIs to track. Again, if you're in the elite rockstar status. Dental assistants, I like to track how many same-day conversions you get. Also, how many times you leave the room is a great KPI to track. Also, how many Google reviews do dental assistants get? Those are all really, really great ones that you can do. For front office, scheduling, how often are we scheduling our hygiene and doctors to goal? So I usually like between 80 and 90% that they're scheduled to goal. Schedulers can be how many openings they have in hygiene. Can also be how many new patients you're scheduling. For our treatment coordinators, case acceptance, right? We want to make sure that we're getting those cases up there. For office managers, what's our collection percentage? That can also go to our billers. Billers, I love you to be tracking your AR. Also outstanding claims, how long it's taking us to get our claims paid. It's a fan-friggin-tastic KPI to be tracking because we want to be paid quicker. Guess what? If I'm tracking that, I can see, are we not sending our claims clean and are we having errors? Could we fix that? Could we enter data better so we don't have these issues happening? Could also track how long our patients are waiting in the waiting room. If we're working on VIP new patient experience. As I just listed, there are a myriad of KPIs you can do. What happens is we often try to track too many things that we're actually focused on nothing. So I suggest you usually have at least one primary KPI per person in the practice. It's their primary. That's the one that no matter what, they're going to hit that. And we make sure it moves our needle forward. So what's going to move our doctors forward? What's going to move our hygienists forward? What's going to move our dental assistants, our scheduler, our biller, our office manager? What is the one thing, if we could only focus on one thing, what's going to move each of those people forward the most and move our practice forward the most? Focus on that. Master that. Set a goal of what you should be hitting and report either weekly or daily on those. I'll be honest, if you report it daily, just like working out daily, you will probably see greater results than if you do it weekly or just monthly. So I also have with KPIs that you should really, 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 really be ramping those up and making sure you're reporting consistently and that people know the goals. If we miss it, let's find out why. What's going on? Let's diagnose the problem. Let's find out what can we do to improve that. Again, I want you to think of these as vitals. KPIs are vitals of a practice. If you don't track these, if you don't check them, you will die. Okay? If you think about it that way, well, instantly I'm like, maybe I don't need to track that. Maybe I don't need to focus on that. If you're already tracking it and you're breathing in perfect, guess what? What happens at the doctor? They start checking other things. They run blood tests on us and they check 1,000 different things in that. Okay? So there are lots of KPIs you can do, but I would say keep it simple. Do the KISS method. Keep your KPIs simple. Then add to it. Maybe each quarter we add something. Maybe each month we add something. It's also fun if you have your team help create these KPIs with you. What do they think is going to move the practice forward? What do they get excited about? Maybe they want to make social media posts. Maybe they care about how many followers we actually have. Maybe you guys want to do that. Maybe they do it on how many new patients they can get. I just had an office, super fun. The team decided that they were going to try and get more family members scheduled. So on average, this practice was averaging about 35 new patients. Guess what? Guess what? Just by focusing on asking for referrals from patients and getting more family members scheduled, they use the phrase, what other family members can we get scheduled for you today? They have increased their new patients with no marketing to 50 new patients a month. Is that not rad? That's because they focus on a vital that the practice needed to do. They focus on where they were weak and they're able to move their practice forward. So guys, I would encourage each of you, look at these KPIs, get them set. If you don't have a regular KPI tracking, let's start there. If you do, I want to bump it up. Are those KPIs being reported weekly by all team members? And does the doctor and office manager review this? I will tell you at our company, Shelby, she's a rock star. Our whole team reports on a Google Drive. We call it our leadership scorecard. Those are where our KPIs hang out. Every person has a number that they're tracking. We review these. We make sure that they're the vitals of our company and they're moving us forward. Every person reports on this every single Friday. We have a reminder that goes out so everybody fills it in. Shelby then makes sure it comes over to me. I then, with Shelby, review this leadership scorecard. Then on our leadership team, we look at this every single month and make sure that those are vitals. And then we look to see where are we weak, what do we need to move forward. This is how you start to track. Also, if you want to stamp out and do more practices and you want to have more growth, having a leadership scorecard where you track these KPIs consistently allows you to then be able to manage and oversee multiple locations because everybody's tracking. And at a second, you can glance at this and you'll be able to know where your practice is weak and where it's strong and where you need to dive in and give it massive help. So guys, I strongly encourage you, if you're not doing it, do it. If you're doing it already, where can you ramp it up? If you're already ramping it up, get your team members involved and ask them where they want to take it to the next level. KPIs are magic. They're vitals. Also, if you're in that top tier, maybe I'd challenge you and say, where could you simplify? Are you over tracking? Sometimes when I look at dental intel, I'm like, holy guac, that's a lot of items you're tracking. How do they know where to focus? I think about the book Essentialism. If you haven't read it, I would strongly encourage you to do it. If we're focused on too many things, we actually don't make a lot of progress anywhere. We make minimal progress. If we're focused on one thing, we kill it. We knock it out of the park. We dominate it. So I'd challenge each of you, look at those KPIs. Could you simplify them if you're already doing them? What are the main drivers of the practice? Keep it to 3 per department is my recommendation. Make sure that what we're truly focused on is actually going to move you guys forward. If you need help getting those KPIs set up, if that's something you want to start doing, we make sure our practices are all tracking. Our offices have vitals. We look at them. We actually call it their vital scorecard. Truth. That's really what we call it. So if you guys want help with this, if you'd love somebody to help hold you accountable, email me, hello@thedentalinteam.com. I'd love to help you out. If nothing else, guys, go get these KPIs in place and know that you guys are in control of this. You can see your practice at a glance. You can know if you're healthy or not just at a glance, just like the doctor does when we go in for our medical doctors. So guys, try it out. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear your successes. Post your KPI scorecards and tag us. We'd love to see it. Share. And as always, guys, just take action. Do it. Don't be afraid of KPIs. They're very easy. And if we can help you, email us hello@thedentalinteam.com. I'd love to share it with you guys. If you need a sample, email us hello@thedentalinteam.com.
Dental A Team listeners, I hope you loved revisiting this episode as much as I did. I hope that you found the nuggets, the pearls. You can see why we re-released this one, because I truly want you to take away the best of the best of the best of the best. This episode truly, hopefully, sparked some new excitement, gave you some new ideas. I know sometimes when I go back and I look back on things that I've learned in the past, I'm able to re-implement because, like that famous quote says, no man steps into the same river twice, because neither he is the same man nor is the river the same. You are not the same as you were before, nor is your practice the same as it was before. Different things, different ideas, same principles. And I really want to highlight, and hopefully you took today, that sometimes all we need to do is simplify and put into place or to refine things that we've already been doing really, really well. If you love this episode, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a colleague or leave us a review and help more practices find the Dental A Team podcast. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time on the Dental A Team podcast.